While unexplained cold spots are sometimes an indication of spirit activity, spirits also have the ability to raise the ambient temperature as well. One of our guests on a prior investigation also had a similar experience involving a drastic temperature increase with no explainable cause.
My name's Justin Brown, and I am the host of Atlantic Canada's only paranormal expanding consciousness new science radio broadcast, Unified Field Radio, here at 88.1 FM CKDU Studios. I'm also the host of a half-hour recap show on Blog Talk Radio of the same name, and I've taken over a show in Portland, Oregon called UFR Radio for Jesse Randolph out there. I've been doing the show here for about 3 years, covering everything from UFOs to ghosts to the paranormal and beyond, and did an interview with a psychic locally who led me to the Lightworkers Paranormal Investigations. And the event that I was connected to was one that had taken place at York Redoubt. It was a bit of a ghost hunt. There were a number of investigators on the crew, and I was invited. I had some recording equipment with me and ended up running straight from the studio here late to rendezvous with the group. A very historical site here in Atlantic Canada that's just full of amazing histories and ghost stories from all over the Atlantic provinces. So I met up with the crew, we rendezvoused and made our way through several locations within York Redoubt, and we ended up within this one particular battery. A group of us stood in a circle, kind of trying to meditate and focus on maybe communing with the other side, that maybe we could communicate with these entities if there were any in this particular area. There were several recording devices. I had my own. There were other ghost hunting devices paranormal investigators generally use on these types of investigations as well. So that we could go back later and review the tapes to see if there was in fact any kind of communication. It was during this particular communion with each other and trying to connect with the other side that I had a strange sense of urgency and heat and almost anxiety come over me. I felt like I was burning up, and I started to undo my jacket. I felt a great pressure on my chest, a lot of anxiety, and I really felt like I was burning up. And what happened afterwards was quite strange. I came into this whole thing as a skeptic. That's what I do on the radio, is I try to talk to people from all different casts to get an objective view of a story. I think it's important that we share stories and stay open-minded. Where I've had strange paranormal events happen to me from all different areas, including ghosts, I was open to the idea of going to meet with these folks. So when I got the email shortly thereafterwards that the tapes were reviewed from this one particular engagement at the battery, I was pretty surprised. I was pretty amazed because of the synchronicity and perhaps the synergy of the fact that what was captured almost immediately after I had this reaction in the battery was the revelation that within the background, when the audio was amplified, there was actually reference to fire within that EVP. That being the skeptic that I am, I listened to the recording over and over and over again, trying to decide if that was in fact what I was hearing. And I did make out the word fire. I think it's strange that I had a direct physical reaction with heat and anxiety at the same moment that this was captured on EVP. And in that way, that particular outing and investigation was successful in my opinion.
So I don't know if it's the sound of the wave I'm hearing on this.
I'm burning up over here, you guys.
Did they got warning? Oh, it's
So I don't know if it's the sound of the wave I'm hearing on this.
I'm burning up over here, you guys.